what you used to do may not work in this new phase because you've elevated and because you have grown a little bit. You know, that little baby food ain't really gonna work no more. So you're gonna have to, you'll have to take it up a couple notches. And I hope that's what you already know. I hope that's what you already know. So like, I kind of think about it like when you go to therapy, like as you like when physical therapy, think physical. So if you have like a broken bone and you go to physical therapy, at first you probably have to go 2 to 3 times a week because it needs to be intense. It needs to be, we're trying to get everything back right. But then as you heal, it slowly kind of weans off. And so we kind of need to know, okay, this is a time where I need to pick it up and I need to really go hard. And then this is a time when I can kind of chill and I can, you know what I'm saying? I can still do what I need to do, but it's not as intense. And so it's important to recognize what phase of your life you're in. But because a lot of times we don't give ourselves what we need when we need it. We wait until we don't have no choice. We wait until life make us sit down. And that's a lot of our problems that we ignore, right? We ignore what we shouldn't be ignoring. Our body will talk to us and tell us exactly what we need. We'll have this craving for this fruit and still go pick up a bag of chips. Your body is telling you to rest, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this double shift. Your body is probably telling you exactly what you need, but we, as women, because we do it all the time, we ignore the little tap. You know, we always have a little tap. Hey, you probably should do this. Hey, it's probably about time. Hey, did you forget? We get those subtle reminders, and then we're like, oh, we'll get to it. It'll come. I'll get to what I need to go ahead and do. Well, and then before you know it, you're a hot mess and you can't function. And then we want to blow up and be mad at everybody else when really 2 weeks ago your body told you it's probably time to settle down a little bit. And what'd you do? You ignored it. You ignored the signs. You ignored the nudges. Hi, Camilo. You ignored all of that. And now you sitting here looking crazy. I'm always like, I'll rest later. Let me make this money. See? And making this money gonna have you dead early. Dead mentally, dead spiritually, dead physically. It's cool to be out here getting this paper, but you can't use the paper if you're in the hospital, in a mental institution. Like, thank you for the follow, Miss Gloria. Welcome in. But like, let's be for real. It's so, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be a time where we gotta sacrifice and we gotta do what we gotta do as independent people. However, we can't sacrifice ourselves. We can't sacrifice ourselves for the sake of the dream. The dream that we're fulfilling, right, is to fulfill destiny, not just to be out here living and making money. That's not the goal. That's not the goal, is just to make money and that's all. You can't fulfill destiny, you can't fulfill purpose if you ain't here. Thank you for the gifts, babes. Like, if you're not here, like, how what are we doing? So you can't sacrifice yourself. You can't sacrifice yourself. Okay? You can't sacrifice yourself. There's gonna be times when you gotta go hard. There's gonna be times when you're gonna be like, yep, I'm gonna skip sleep tonight. There's gonna be times I'm gonna skip lunch today and I'm gonna work through it. But when your body is saying, when your body says sit down, you better sit down. Because you doing more damage than good. And then when you go to work and it's time for you to deal with your customers or your patients or whatever it is that you do, you show up to go do your job. Now you got an attitude. Like that lady just asked for a cup of water and you mad because you ain't did what you supposed to do to take care of you. You decided to take that double shift. Even though you should have been at home sleep. We sacrifice ourselves so much. And you know, a lot of it be like, we don't get me wrong, we have responsibilities, but a lot of times we take on additional things and then later on we be mad at ourselves about it. We do this to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. And I say we because I'm in the group too, y'all. I'm in a group. A lot of times I be talking to y'all, but I be talking to me too. I had to go through it. I had to experience it so that I can talk about it. Why would you be doing that to yourself? Why would you be doing that to yourself? If tell me this though. To ask yourself. You don't have to tell me. Ask yourself, what is it that I need in this moment? What do I need? And I can guarantee you what you need is something that you're not currently giving to yourself. We ignore our own needs for the sake of something outside of ourselves. We think we want this money, but really we want the freedom that the money provides. If you if you know that the freedom is what you want, then why are we not working on the freedom? Why are we adding additional shifts to the schedule when I really want less shifts on the schedule? Do you see how this doesn't work together? I want the freedom, so I'm going to go ahead and take 3 double shifts this week. Where is the freedom in taking on an additional 12 hours, 18 hours? Like, what's... Do you see how you working against yourself? You working against yourself. I need to make money in my sleep. Then okay. Then in your waking hours, you need to be setting it up. You need to be doing those things. Not taking on an additional 12-hour shift. You need to use those 12 hours to figure out how can I make sure that the money that I'm bringing in is coming even when I'm not there. That's what we need to be working on. Not taking on the extra shift. Do you see how like we working against ourselves? Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you see how it's we ask for this grand old like matter of fact, girl, listen, I stay with my notebook. I stay with my notebook, but just before I got on, I was looking at something. Oh, where is it? Thank you, thank you. Helping me reach my goal. Where is it? I just saw it. I just saw it. I just saw it. Oh my goodness. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so. I wrote this down. And it was basically like what my dream house would look like, what my dream car would look like, my dream career, and then I also wrote down freedom of time and eating from my garden, right? So like I wrote these things down. And this was probably, let me look at this notebook. I'm going to say this was probably last year sometime. Maybe early last year sometime when I wrote that down, right? I'm like this close to my goal. But life, it doesn't look exactly how I thought it would look. But I'm like this close. And I can't wait until, no, I look forward to being able to share like the whole process. I look forward to being able to share like all of this. Like The work that's being done behind the scenes is really amazing, and I'm really ready to show y'all because it's really amazing. But the process to get here was a process to get here. So if I didn't take the time to rest, I wouldn't have listened to God when He said do this. Right? If I didn't take the moment to put myself first, to prioritize what I needed, I wouldn't have spiritually grown. I wouldn't have mentally grown to a space where I can be able to receive and stand in the life that I'm asking for. I wouldn't even be able to realize that I'm this close to getting everything on my list. Right? You got to take that time to yourself, because it's not only beneficial to you physically. Like, yes, you need your rest. Yes, you need to your body needs to recoup. But also spiritually, if you are so out of whack with the things of life, how is God getting to you? How is your spirit team talking to you? Because you so caught up, overwhelmed, and in tune with everything that's going on around you. I'm trying to figure out how I can get this $50 by tomorrow. What is it? Trying to figure out how to get this money by tomorrow. You so worried about how to what are you? I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. That you're missing. He said, sit down. He said, I got it. But you ain't heard that part. He said, I got a little situation that I'm trying to work out for you. But chill out. But you don't hear that because you too busy doing the things. You too busy do. You moving around, moving and shaking, trying to do everything on your own. And he's trying to tell you, I already got it taken care of. He said, I already got it. And you just wearing yourself down to the ground. You just wearing yourself down to the ground, trying to figure it all out. You trying to do it yourself. You trying to pick up all the extra shifts. You trying to do it all. But your spirit needs to rest. Your spirit needs to be fed. You ain't gave yourself nothing. You just on go all the time. Just on go, on go, on go. And your spirit is running on E. I say it all the time. Mind, body, and spirit. You can't separate it. So if one of them are not well, you're not well. If one of those are out of whack, then you out of whack. So you have to. The song just, I just need time to rest. Your mind needs to rest. Your body needs to rest. Your spirit needs to rest. It needs to recuperate. It needs to be replenished. But if you ain't feeding your spirit, if you ain't feeding your body, because you be skipping meals and drinking coffee and eating snacks through the day, right? That ain't nourishment. You ain't picked up a book in 6 months. That ain't mental nourishment. That's working against yourself. You're working against yourself. You can't complain that life ain't right when you ain't doing right about your life. Oh, huh? Life ain't right, but you're not doing right about your life. How does that make sense? If what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So if you feel like life ain't enough, if you feel like this is just the crumbles of the crumbles, are you giving yourself the crumbles of the crumbles? Are you giving yourself top tier treatment so that your life can be top tier? Or are you just giving yourself the bare minimum? I'll get to when I get to it. It'll be okay. I'll be fine. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Well, guess what? That's what your life is going to look like. That's what it's going to look like. That's what it's going to look like. And if you don't want your life to look old and decrepit, then you got to stop doing old and decrepit stuff. I shared a video the other day on my page. It said, if you don't want, like, you can't tell me you're a queen, but then you accept all this peasantry behavior. Like, you can't tell me that you way up here, but then you treat yourself like you way down here. It's okay to be with you. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't go. And you confusing your own body. Like, you telling yourself, I'm this, INZ. Like, you telling yourself all this. I'm just an independent woman, and I take care of myself, and I'm a. But then you still don't take care of yourself. Like, yeah, you get your money, but then what? Hey, T. Lamar. Then what? Right? You ain't use that money to go get no massage. You ain't use that money to spend on no therapy session. You ain't use that money to invest in your business that you want to have that makes you money in your sleep. You ain't using that money to do nothing to enhance the life that you currently live. You just going to work, making the money, and that's all. Your nails are cute, but that ain't really taking care of yourself. You can't say you're a queen and then treat yourself like a peasant. You can't do it. It does not go hand in hand. It doesn't go. So you got to decide, are you what you say you are? And then if you are, then you have to begin to treat yourself as such. And I can guarantee things will start shifting. Life will start to look like what you want life to look like. It might be uncomfortable for a little bit because it can be uncomfortable. It can be real uncomfortable, but it's pushing you to get to the space where you need to be. There's that. It's pushing you to the space where you need to be. Because in the restful phase, and listen, I'm telling you, the downloads, the prophecies, the confirmations comes in those quiet moments, right? So a lot of times, if you let's go there. People take sabbaticals. Shamans, priests, preachers, they take sabbaticals. Why? Because that's an important time. I'm resting my body, my mind, and my spirit. And then I'm getting fed. I'm getting fed in that time. And I'm a catapult after my sabbatical. Right? If you notice, a lot of people who go away for a little bit, when they come back a whole different, you know what I'm saying? A whole different vibe. Why? Because they took that time to settle down. They said, you know what? I've done enough for this season. I got to retreat. And in retreat, we get the rest we need. We get the nourishment we need. We get the guidance we need. We get the healing we need. So that when we come out of it, right? When we come out of retreat, then we get to go and do and be on a whole nother level. So a lot of times the starting starts when you stop. So you got to stop doing what's not working, because we already know what that looks like. We got to stop doing what's not working. And then we got to start doing what we know we need to be doing. And we don't know if it's going to work or not because we ain't tried it. We too scared to step in the water to really try it. So what we do know that is not working is currently what's happening right now. We already know that. Right? So now it's time to move away from what we know is not working. And move into what we know our spirit, our higher selves, God, our ancestors, our spirit team is calling for us to do. That little nudge, that little inkling, lean into it, boo. Lean into it. Because 9 times out of 10, that's the missing puzzle piece. That's the click that you need to get you to where you're trying to go. I ain't gonna tell you the whole plan, but I'm trying to tell you a little bit. And if you do that, then when you get there, I'm gonna tell you the next part. And then when you get there, I'm gonna tell you the next part. And when you get there, I'm gonna tell you the next part. And before you know it, you're living the life of your dreams. It could be that easy, but you're fighting it. It could be that easy. It could be. But it's not, because you're fighting it. And you ain't really gotta fight it like that, you know? You don't have to. You can just sit down somewhere, get the rest, the guidance, the nourishment that you need, and then you keep on going. Then you can go back to working your 12 double shifts here, there, and everywhere. But you might find out that you don't have to work the 12-hour double shift, all of that, because you got a bomb plan while you was resting. You was able to quiet your mind a little bit, and God said, okay, girl, let me tell you about this t-shirt business. Let me tell you about this real bomb idea that you'll be super dope at. You're going to be scrolled across the right person in your resting time, and you're going to be like, you know what? I sure can. I sure can do that. It could be all so simple. It could be. But we want to make it hard. We make it so hard. And it don't really gotta be. Everything is as it should be. I ain't mean to snatch no edges today. I don't know what I said that said yes we do. I think I was talking about sabbaticals and taking a break. But yes, we all need the time. We all need the time to yeah, I think that's what it was. Take the time away, because we get so much that we need in that time. I'm gonna get valuable tips on how I can maneuver, and I would like to be that sounding board. Look at this one. I want to be that sounding board for people. I want to be able to be that resource. You know, I know that when you come to my page, you're gonna always get exactly what you need. That's kind of how I feel about it. So I'm just building my community. That's what I'm doing. I'm just building my community so my people know that I'm out here to help them, and we about to go up together, because the last thing that I want y'all to do is to be stuck in this low vibrational world, not living happily. Okay? Like, I was thinking the other day how, like, you know, there are people who lived through the Great Depression. There are people who lived from World War I's and Two's, and you know what I'm saying? So, like, when we put that into perspective, there are people who don't make decisions because they was like, well, the world is crashing down anyway. The world is, you know what I'm saying? It's already crumbling. The world crumbled before, and those people are still alive. So it's important for you to make the important decisions and not just think, well, I'm not gonna go vote for the president because my vote don't matter. Yeah, that's how we got here now. Like, it's like different things like that we choose not to do something because we think, oh, it's not gonna matter later on. It's definitely gonna matter. Like, even though you can't see the next 25 years, don't mean the next 25 years is not coming. Them 25 years are still gonna come. And what you do today could determine what side of the 25 years you're gonna be on. Do you want to be at the bottom of the totem pole? Talking about, well, back then, when the world was crashing, I didn't think it was gonna go down like that. Now you still broke and poor and tired. When you could be investing in yourself, you could be investing your time wisely now. You could be doing the work now. Don't just sit and do nothing. Don't sit and do nothing. If you need to rest so that you can get your plan worked out, do that. But you're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to do it. I think about how many people are just letting life pass them by. They just going from day to day, going to work, going home, eat food, and go to bed and do it all over again the next day. That's not life. That's not life. And I think back in 2008, I was 18, and I think about I was too young to be in a housing market and all of those things. I was too young to, you know what I'm saying, to do that at that moment. But there were so many people who came up after that. There are so many people who went all the way down. Okay, they lost a lot. But I'm pretty sure they didn't just stay there. Okay, when they see these market trends right now where it's about to happen again, I bet that ducks are in a row. You can't just let life happen to you and you don't fight back, and you don't let life happen. And when I am speaking about being prepared, when I'm talking about not letting life happen to you, like, make a goal for yourself. If you want to build a business, cool. If you want to climb the corporate ladder, cool. If you want to be a homesteader and a farmer, cool. But decide that and do that. Don't be 55, 65, 75 looking back on life talking about, well, the economy was bad and so I couldn't do it. Bump that. We're not doing that. Choose differently. You have to choose differently. And before you got on here, I had already said, like, what we already know. I know how to do this. I already worked that plan. I know what that looked like. I already made that decision. Now I got to go and do something else. Why? Because I want something else. I got to do something different. If I want something different, it might be uncomfortable at first. It might be. I might fight. I might kick and scream a little bit. I might. But I still got to do it. Why? Because this is what it's going to take to get to the next level. I can't be on level 2 eating baby food all my life. I'm trying to get to the steak and potatoes. Right? I'm trying to be able to digest the good stuff. So I can't just keep eating baby food. I don't want somebody to keep having to grind up my stuff for me. We definitely deserve better, and a lot of times we know we deserve better, but we refuse to give ourselves better. We refuse to make that hard step. Like, we know it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, and we let the fear of being uncomfortable stop us from getting to what we know we deserve. Like, you can't tell me that my life ain't supposed to be top tier. I'm supposed to be living queen-like behavior all the time. That's just my belief. There's nobody in this world that can tell me otherwise. I believe in reincarnation, and in my past life, I was definitely running somebody's castle. Okay? I wholeheartedly believe that. And in this life, my life goal is to get back to my castle. And so I have to master myself so much so that the only behavior that I can accept is queen-like behavior, right? So if I know that this is the behavior that I deserve, if I know that this is the life that I'm supposed to be living, then I'm going to be making the moves to get back to my castle. Everything that I'm trying to line up is to get back to the kingdom, right? I'm getting back to the castle. Why? Because this life right here, it's cool. It's cool. But if I'm supposed to be living in a castle, why would I stay here? Right? Why would I stay here? I got some nice art on the wall. You see? I got some nice art on the wall and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a nice little it's nice. But if I'm supposed to be living in a castle, this ain't nice enough. So you have to believe in your dream. You have to believe in your life that you see for yourself. So much so that can't nobody outside of you convince you that this ain't what you're supposed to be doing. And once you realize, once you accept that, once you believe that, did y'all see Inside Out 2? Once you make that belief connection, what you feel here and what you feel here, once you make that connection, life is going to start moving with you. Life is going to start showing you, oh, queen behavior here. Queen behavior here. Right? It's going to start showing you what you believe within yourself. But what you believe about yourself is the question. What is it that you believe about yourself? Because 9 times out of 10, that is what's displaying in your life. 9 times out of 10, that is what's going to be displayed in your life. What you are believing. If y'all ain't watched Inside Out 2, go watch Inside Out 2, because it made that connection. What I feel in my gut, what I feel in my heart, what I feel in my head, it has to be a belief system in order for me to carry it out, in order for me to live it out, right? It has to be a belief system. And what I believe about myself, my actions are going to follow up with that. My actions are going to follow because my belief system about myself is solid. Amen? Okay, let me read some comments. It's not going to come to us. We have to go, period. We got to go get it. We be sitting, listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. When I was an avid churchgoer, I used to always wait for God to bring it to me. Jesus, I'm just going to wait for that job to come to me. Girl, go apply. Oh, I'm just waiting for that check to come in the mail. Girl, go get a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go do something. And stop waiting for this magic dust, sprinkle fairy dust to be like, all right, here you go. No, you got to go do something. You got to go do something. And we talked about earlier in life, sometimes going to do something is resting. So decide what your something is, right? You got to go get it. It's not going to come to us. Absolutely. You saying nothing wrong, friend. I'm going through the transition right now. Listen, I was telling them earlier, like, I'm talking about these transitions because I had to do it. I had to go through it. I had to experience it so I can come and talk to y'all about it. Thank you. You are what you believe. You absolutely are. And I believe. Okay? I believe that I'm top tier. So I give myself, I talk to myself like I'm top tier. Now, don't get me wrong. I have moments where I had to tell myself, girl, chill out. I was on a highway yesterday driving, and I was like real upset about traffic. And I was like, girl, you don't know what was up there. Like, that could have caused you not to make it to your destination. Relax. And sometimes we gotta tell ourselves, chill out. Like, girl, you doing the most. You're being a little dramatic. Calm down. Okay? Sometimes we gotta give ourselves that. Sometimes, okay? I left my job on faith, and listen. The way I want to just clock out and turn all this stuff off and never do it again. It's coming. I know it's coming because I'm checking stuff off my list. I'm making sure that I'm going after that life, okay? I'm going after that life. Because I can't be trying to clock into nobody's job. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like for people who take that step and be like, okay, I feel like this is it. I feel like this is the end of the road. This is where we part ways. People who listen to their spirit when it comes to stuff like that, there's nothing left but for doors to open, because you did what you were supposed to do when you were supposed to do it, right? So there's nothing left but for God to do his thing, your spirit team to do their thing, like whatever, however you want to play that out. Like, there's nothing left. If you did your part, I firmly believe that the universe is gonna conspire to do the rest of it. If I'm supposed to quit and I quit, I know I'm not gonna be left hanging. I know these bills are gonna be paid because I did what I was supposed to do. And how I believe and how I operate, God ain't gonna leave me hanging. My ancestors ain't gonna leave me hanging, right? My mama is an ancestor, and ain't no way she gonna leave me hanging. You feel what I'm saying? So like, if this is what you're supposed to be doing, everything's gonna line up for you to be able to accomplish just that. It may be uncomfortable because you ain't never did it before. So what? So what? I'm happy for you, friend. I hope doors continue to open for you. I hope you keep standing on big business, okay? And I hope that you can be a motivation and an inspiration to so many people around you, because a lot of people know that what they're doing is not what they should be doing. Like, they know that. But they refuse to get up and do something different. They scared. And I don't want y'all to be scared. Stop being a little scary chicken. People are a little scary chicken. Stop being so scared to do what you were sent here to do. Like, if this is what you were sent here to do, like, it's in your DNA, you're not gonna fail. This is just a part of you. And I wish people understood that. Like, you running from you running from yourself. Have you seen a cat chase their tail? Do you know how I got 2 cats. Have you ever seen them chase their tail? That's how you look running from yourself. That's how you look running from yourself. Go out here and help the people. Whatever that look like. If you're supposed to be baking us some cakes, please bake the cake. Okay? If you are supposed to be getting us in shape, please do the workout videos. If you are supposed to be painting us some art, okay? I told y'all I need more art for my new house. Okay, I believe in having luxury bags, but the big names are not the luxuries that I want anymore. That's played out. I want somebody that you got to look up, because luxury is limited. And if I'm a queen, I can't have what everybody else got. Everybody got Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and I don't want that. So I need somebody and we never heard of. I was in the mall yesterday in Nashville, and there was a store called Johnny Was, and I was like, I don't know who Johnny was, but I need to go look him up because he got a store named after him. And that's the type of stuff I want, and we can't do that because you ain't trying to do it. You're not trying to go. You're not trying to make the bags. You're not trying to make the bags. You're not trying to make the shoes. You're not trying to make the art. You're not trying to sing the songs. You're not trying to coach the people. You're not trying to build the systems for our CRMs. You're not trying to get in a lab and be a chemist. Like, I need you to show up. I need you to show up and do the thing because we need you. We need you. We need you. And I want all of us to get to a space where we are so confident in what our gift is to the world that we don't allow anyone or anything to get in the way of fulfilling destiny. It was always meant to be this way. You were always meant to do that. It's a part of you. And you can't keep denying parts of you and then expect to live a good life, a healthy life, a prosperous life when you're always suppressing who you are. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing it. Stop suppressing it. There's a whole world waiting on you, and you just suppressing it. I don't want you to do that no more. I don't want you to do that no more. I love y'all. And I hope something was said today that makes you feel really good on the inside. I hope something was said that makes you feel super, super good. And I hope that we got stories to tell. Tomorrow morning, and we'll talk some more. And I love y'all, and thank you for hanging out with me. And I hope that you take some time to really do something for you, really pour into you, really find out what way that you can master yourself, and then go master it, right? Go master it. Go spend 10,000 hours on you. They said it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill, master something. So go spend 10,000 hours on you and master yourself. I love y'all, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.